and they defined that Irish conversation duty. They fired me on a Thursday. Their biggest event of the year was on Saturday. They thought that was my problem. It wasn't. My name is Jordan. For 6 years, I was the events technician at a mid-sized production company. The person who made sure the lights came on, the mics worked, and the cameras didn't cut out during a client's biggest night. Here's what most people didn't know. Almost none of the equipment was the company's. My cameras, my wireless mic systems, my lighting rigs, my cables, all of it, personally mine. Over 6 years, I'd built up close to $40,000 in gear because the company was always between budgets and I wanted to do the job right. I brought it in every single event. I packed it up every single night. Everyone knew it was mine. Nobody ever wrote it down. My manager, Derek, had promised me a promotion for 2 years straight. Every time review season came around, it was next quarter, I promise. Meanwhile, he took credit for events I'd run solo, stood next to clients, smiling like he'd been the one behind the board the whole time. Then, 3 days before our biggest client's annual gala, the event that paid our bills for the next 6 months, Derek called me into his office. "We're restructuring," he said. "Effective immediately. No warning, no severance conversation, just a box for my desk items and a request to return my badge." I asked him one question. "What's the plan for Saturday's event?" He shrugged. "We'll figure it out. That's not your concern anymore." I didn't argue. I didn't raise my voice. I just nodded, picked up the box, and left. What Derek forgot, what he'd always forgotten, was that every piece of equipment running through that building had my name on the original receipts. My cameras, my audio interfaces, my lighting rig, my cable kits, all of it had been sitting in the equipment room, labeled with my initials, because I was the only one who ever used them. That evening I called our office manager, Priya, who I'd always gotten along with. I explained, calmly, that I needed to collect my personal property before Saturday. She checked the equipment log. My name was on every line. She didn't even hesitate. "It's yours," she said. "Take whatever you need." So I did. Cameras, microphones, the entire lighting rig, every cable I'd ever bought. I left behind exactly one thing, the company's old backup projector, which had been broken since 2019. Saturday morning, Derek called me 4 times. I didn't answer the first 3. On the 4th, I picked up. "Where is all the equipment?" he said, panic cracking through his voice. "It's at my apartment," I said. "It's mine, I have the receipts." "You can't just take it back the week of the gala." "I didn't take anything," I said. "I removed my own property from a building I no longer work in. That's not a decision you get a vote on anymore." He tried offering me a rehire on the spot, a raise, an apology, all in the same breath. I told him I'd think about it. I didn't call back. The gala that night ran on a single broken projector and a house sound system that hadn't been serviced in 3 years. Their biggest client sent a formal complaint the following Monday. Derek was let go 2 weeks later. As for me, I started my own event production company 4 months later, with the same equipment, the same reputation, and about a dozen of that company's former clients who reached out to hire me directly. People love to say, "Don't burn bridges." But sometimes the bridge was never really yours to protect, and walking away with exactly what belongs to you isn't revenge, it's just leaving with what's yours. Ifada's quite a remain. It's just leaving with what's yours. If you've ever had a company forget what was actually theirs, tell me about it in the comments. And if you want more stories like this one, subscribe. A new one drops every week.